I made this quality dishwashing liquid soap out of salt. Yes, you heard me right. I used just salt and 3 other ingredients to make this quality dishwashing liquid soap, and all I spent was just 1,600 to produce a 5-liter quality dishwashing liquid soap. Before I started producing my own liquid soap, I know how much I spent almost every 2 weeks to buy this dishwashing liquid soap because it easily runs out. We all know that to buy just 1 liter of this dishwashing liquid soap right now, you will spend no less than 1,500. So imagine making a 5 liter with just 1,600. One thing I love about this liquid soap is that it's very safe to use in the kitchen, and I'll tell you why before the end of this video. Now let's get down to business. Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay. In this video today, I'll be teaching you how to make a quality dishwashing liquid soap with just 4 ingredients. And in my number 1 ingredient, I have SLS. And for this SLS, we're going to be using 125 grams, but I didn't have up to 125 grams, so I made do with what I had, which was 122 grams. But please just make sure you get 125 grams of SLS. I will be dissolving this SLS with 1 liter of water. So use your 1 liter water to dissolve the SLS and make sure you mix it well. And after that, just set it aside and allow it to fully dissolve before you move on to the next process, which is the measure production. So you're going to leave this for at least 25 or 30 minutes to dissolve completely, and then you can start your production. Now moving on, you're going to get a very clean mixing bowl, and you will also be needing a mixing wooden spoon. I don't know the right word, either a spatula or a wooden, whatever you can use to mix this. And for the next ingredient, I have texapon. And for the texapon, I'll be using 150 grams of texapon, which they gave me more than that. So you can see in the scale, I have 151 grams. But then again, I'll still make do with it because we're making a 4 ingredient liquid soap. And we're actually not using any hard chemical in this particular production. So I believe it's not going to affect it. So all you have to do is to transfer your texapon into your mixing bowl, which is exactly what I'm doing in the video. And please make sure you squeeze out all the texapon from the nylon, because if you don't do that, it might just take some of the texapon and it will leave your measurement shortened. So after that, you're going to get your SLS, which is the ingredient we dissolved earlier. Now something happened in the video. I didn't realize that it wasn't recording. I already poured it into the bowl before I realized that it wasn't recording, so I had to pour it back into the bowl and then transfer it back to my mixing bowl, which is the reason you're seeing so much bubbles in it. So when you add the SLS into the texapon, please make sure you mix it very well, because this texapon, once it comes in contact with water or other ingredients, it takes a little time to dissolve. So please mix it very well before moving on to the next process. Now for the next process, you'll be needing salt. And for the salt, you can use any salt of your choice. Yes, you can use any salt of your choice, but please do not use sea salt. Just use normal salt. So for the salt, we're going to be using 150 grams of salt. Now see here, if you don't have scale, please, when you're going to get your SLS, please go with the salt and beg them to measure it out for you, okay? So that way you can be able to be sure of the measurement. Now for the salt, we are going to dissolve it with water, and we'll be using 3.5 liters of water to dissolve the salt. So I've already added 1 liter, and I'm going to add the second liters, and then I added the third one, and after adding the third one, I'll add the half, which I would have used 4 liters to dissolve this salt, but because the remaining half liter we are going to use it to dissolve our next ingredient, which is what I'll be showing you after this stage. Now, after dissolving your salt, mix it very well, and then back to your texapon and SLS base. Now you're going to add the water bit by bit, just as you're seeing it in the video. So when you add, you stir, when you add, you stir, and then you can add all the water, and please make sure that you mix it very well. And after that, set it aside. And after setting it aside, now comes the next process, which is where we need the remaining half liter of water. So what I have here is Milo cell, which is going to serve as a thickener in this our soap production. So you can either use Milo cell or you use nitroso. So for this Milo cell, it easily gets lumps. So when you're dissolving it, please make sure that you stir it very well. Make sure you mix it very well until it is smooth. And if it is not smooth, please make sure you strain it with a sieve to make sure that it's smooth. If not, you're going to see lumps in your soap. So after dissolving it, I'm going to add the liquid water, which is the base water that we're using to produce our soap. I'm going to add it into the Milo cell dissolved liquid bit by bit. Now the reason I had to take extra water from this base is because the water I used to dissolve this Milo cell was not enough. So please, when dissolving your salt, please just use 3 liters of water, and then you can use the remaining 1 liter to dissolve your Milo cell. So if you dissolve your Milo cell with the 1 liter of water, you don't have any reason to take extra water from the liquid base. Just go on and pour it directly and then mix it well. Now for the next process, you'll be needing color for beauty, which is totally optional. You can either add color or you can do without it. Honestly, I don't know what is wrong with my camera. At some point it started freezing, so it didn't record the part where I added preservative. So please, after mixing your soap, add preservative before adding the color. So after that, you also need fragrance, which is also very important in your liquid soap. Adding fragrance is optional, but for me, it's a must ingredient. So it's very important you add fragrance. So you can add any good fragrance of your choice. So after adding your fragrance, just go on and mix it well. Now let me show you the consistency of the soap. Now can you see the beauty? Can you see the consistency? Now can you see that this soap is already settling? I told you guys that when you're making your soap and it starts settling, even at the point of production, just know that you're getting it right. So you can see how beautiful it's looking. Now you're going to cover it and leave it for at least 8 hours or 24 hours. And after 24 hours, it's going to look exactly like this. Now you can see how beautiful this soap is looking. Yes, you can either leave it for 8 hours because we did not use any hard chemicals on this. So you can even use it immediately after production. So it's your choice, but you can just leave it for the soap to settle very well and also for the color to come out well. Now let me just pour this soap out so that you can see the beauty. Can you see the beauty of this soap? Just look at the consistency. I was so obsessed with the color of this soap that I couldn't resist showing you how beautiful it looks inside a transparent bottle, which I ended up making a mess, but I fixed it. You see how beautiful this is looking inside this transparent bottle. Now let me tell you this, I sell different types of liquid soap, but this is the one I use in my kitchen because I consider it safe. Most of the liquid soap you see contains hard chemical in it, but this one is made out of just salt and foam booster. So all I'm just saying that this is a very safe product to use in the kitchen, and even when you're buying it from the store, please just read the content of your dishwashing liquid soap before buying it, because those hard chemicals are not good for your health. With the rate of cancer now, we need to be really careful of what we use in the kitchen or what we consume, because I'm very scared of things like this when it comes to my health. So you can see how beautiful it's looking. So I'll just go on and try it to show you that it actually do foams. So it foams really well. You can see it lathers. So this is something you can use to do your dishes, and it will clean it very well. You can also use it to clean the house, like in terms of mopping the floor, but you cannot use it to do laundry, like to wash your clothes, because it doesn't contain those hard ingredients that can help to remove dirt from material. So it is best used for doing the dishes and cleaning the house in terms of mopping the floor. So that's it. So I'll just go on and transfer it into a 4-liter container. So just get an airtight container to store your liquid soap. Please and please don't forget to add preservative. Preservative is a must ingredient, especially if you're going to store this soap for more than a week. Please make sure you add preservative. It's very important. Please. So friend, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Gift and I'm super excited to welcome you here. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to watch my next video. And at the end of this video, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments down below. And don't also forget to share this video to your friends. So friend, I'll see you in my next video, but before then, stay blessed and keep loving one another. Bye.